My heart turned back to me. Now you start chasing me. And now you free the light. I looked up in the Father's eyes, and now I'm crying. So he looked at the Son, and he's crying.
Well, or God, the Father.
Sure.
I mean,
where did he find God to look into his eyes?
You can take many songs.
Where's God?
And try to interpret them. You know, you can go through the lyrics of your songs and try to interpret them. You know, they make sense and then they don't make sense.
It's true.
It's just so surprising. I love that it's surprising. He sounds like he has an accent.
He does.
And,
I wonder what it is.
I don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it at all.
So I don't know where they're from, where he's from. What's going on?
I have no idea. No clue at all. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Come on. Get up and dance wherever you are. I'm sorry, but this is the best version. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, do the dance, guys. Come on.
Now don't you worry about my boyfriend, the boy whose name is Vitorino. I don't want him, 'cause then
listen to this laugh.
Now, come on. What was I supposed to do? He was out of town, and his two friends were so fine.
Me and Dad Radio with Billie Eilish on Apple Music.
So do you guys hear those claps? You hear how they're like faster than you could ever clap? What they do is, there was like a period of time where all me and Phineas and my dad tried to do was that clap. And what it is it's one person clapping, like, and the other person going. It's really hard.
So hard.
Because your body, your hands, and your brain naturally want to be in sync with somebody. And so what they're doing is they're clapping every other clap.
Yeah, one guy's
so
the
one
on-beat
guy is
and one
going,
guy's the offbeat.
And one person is going. It's crazy.
But they're really good at it. If you watch the video, this is such a well-known. You know, here we are doing weird songs or odd songs or off-center songs, and we've played some of the biggest regular old pop songs.
I know.
But they have an odd appeal. They have this kind of wonderfully different sound, which is why they're on this show. But, you know, this came out before Billy was born, and the video was huge. And, of course, I'm sure
so good.
Most people listening to this, first of all, know the song and have seen the video. But if you haven't seen the video, you can watch it. And if you haven't seen it in a while, you can go back and you can see the two guys, Los Del Rio, who are the singers, the artists, the men.
And they do the clapping.
And they stand there and do the clapping. They're dressed up in these. They are dressed up in suits, like perfect suits. And, you know, so if you do some research, you find out this is a remix.
Yeah, it is a remix. This is the one we grew up on, though.
This is the one everyone has heard. And the original is just Los Del Rio singing Macarena, but it's not, doesn't have all those girls singing on it and all this other stuff.
It's so good. Oh, God. Such a classic. Like, you can't not dance the Macarena when you hear Macarena. You just can't.
And I always like the, Macarena.
Okay, well, God, there's actually so many hits on here. I mean, let's go with this one. Everybody knows Maya He, which everybody calls Numa Numa Ye. This song was like one of the first things that went viral on the internet when the internet first started. It was this and Chocolate Rain.
Oh,
and
Chocolate Rain.
Auto-Tune the News.
So funny.
And
Chocolate Rain.
We climbing in your windows, snatching your people. All the Auto-Tune the News videos were like huge. It was when Salad Fingers was huge. It was when Neon Cat was huge, and like Charlie the Unicorn. God, what an era of the internet. If you're younger than, let's say, like 15 currently, I think maybe you passed that, or you were a little later than that period of time, which is totally fine. It's just very much a very specific time. And Maya He was like, oh, and the hamster dance and
Crazy Frog.
Crazy Frog. Oh my God, the internet.
Have Crazy Frog.
The beginning of the internet. Well, I thought we'd save Crazy Frog for Phineas' episode.
Okay, good.
I mean, Maya He should really be in Phineas' episode.
Yeah.
Except
Well, that's what we were thinking.
Maya He.
But I remember first discovering it as a video of this guy who did this lip sync to it in his room. Do you remember him?
Yeah. That's why it got big. It was this kid in his room dancing to Maya He with all the words.
I was like, what is this song? And what language is that?
Look, I found the video.
This guy?
Oh, here's the original.
There he is.
We're watching the video of the guy. And this is why the song got so huge, was this kid.
What is it? How many plays?
Let's go. 39 million.
Alo? Salut! Sunt eu, un haiduc. Și te rog.
Here we go. Wait for the bow. Ready for it? Right here.
Fericirea. Alo? Alo? Sunt eu.
Right here.
Ți-am dat bip. Și sunt voinic. Dar să știi, nu-ți cer nimic. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei. Numai ei. Numai ei. Chipul tău și dragostea din tei. Mi-amintesc de ochii tăi. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei.
And the English version is like, when you leave, something,
It's like when you hear, Verdi or Puccini, opera composers in English, it's, please don't go out that door. Do not close that door behind you. I want to see you again.
It's just English.
Instead, it's like this fantastic Italian.
Every other language sounds interesting, and English is just like, God, it's like, I don't want to hear English.
But, I always am amused because this is like the Beatles in the 60s in Russia, or in Turkey or in Africa or something. They were so huge and their songs got everywhere. And people were not speaking English, and they heard these. That was like Numa Numa Yay to them.
Yeah, true.
It's like, I want to hold your hand. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just sounds.
That's so true. What's actually interesting about that? Do you guys ever hear a song that you wish was in a different language so that you didn't have to hear the terrible lyrics?
Oh, my gosh.
Because I have one right at the tip of my tongue, and I am not going to say it.
No, don't.
But there are songs that I really like, but I hate the lyrics. And, sometimes I hate the lyrics so much I can't even listen to the song because I'm like, this is so embarrassing that this is what they're saying. And I wish so badly that they were saying it in a different language.
But this is kind of the theme of what we've been talking about for these shows, which is that the songs have so many elements that are engaging and interesting and lovable. And, hopefully they don't have lyrics you can't stand, that they don't have terrible elements. But, when a song is great and it has great lyrics, it's just a treasure to forever cherish. The wonderful combination of all of those elements. Because there's, songs with lyrics you either don't understand, in my case.
I know.
And it doesn't matter because the song is great. Or songs that maybe you don't like the lyrics, but still it's so great.
Yeah.
Or songs in another language. It doesn't matter. What the heck is this song? We don't care what this song's about. It's so great.
Well, and speaking of that, I'm going to play a song that's half English and half Spanish by an artist called Big Pig. I think she grew up in Spain.
Yeah, we apologize if we get this wrong.
And then also grew up in Ireland.
Right, Ireland, right.
And then I think now she lives in London.
Right.
Maybe that's wrong, but I don't know the order, but it's those three.
Yes, I haven't committed to memory her whole bio.
Yeah,
I did read it.
It's so interesting. And so she has the most interesting accent, and she speaks fluent Spanish, and she sings in Spanish and English, and her accent comes out every now and then, and it's Irish, and it's so interesting that like half the song she's singing in kind of a way that you can totally tell that she's Irish, but then she's also kind of British.
Yeah, but the whole
and then she sings in Spanish,
so
and she's
too.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And this song, my dad found Big Pig and played me a song that I don't remember because I listened to it and I didn't think anything of it, and then I clicked on her and I found this project where she has these two songs that I just adore, and one is called Shh, and the other one's called Lie to Me. And everybody that knows me knows I am a sucker for song titles that are like an action, like a thing that we do. And Shh is such a good one. The SHH, like get that out of here. Another of my favorite songs is a song called Sigh. It's so good, and I just have always loved songs that have titles that have nothing to do with the song, and they don't even say it in the song. I love that. I'm a sucker for it. Makes it hard to find, but it makes it more interesting. Spooky Black is like our Corbin. It always does that, and this is my favorite thing about him. And so this song, I immediately, without even hearing it, I was like, oh, come on. It's called Shh. That's amazing. And it's beautiful, and it makes me cry. And she sings in Spanish. Oh, it's so good. Here we go.
You're on Apple Music. This is Me and Dad Radio with Billie Eilish.
It's all when he's involved, like I said it in his fault. It was what his brother taught. Never leave it unresolved. So you're chasing through the night. You feel safer by his side. I'm surprised you're still alive. No, you locked him, at least you tried. No sé dónde ir, no sé dónde puedo. Sigo sonriendo, andando por el fuego. Es gracias a ti, ya no tengo miedo.
We did 4 puzzles 2 weeks ago in 1 week and listened to this like every day while doing that.
It's all when he's involved, like I said it in his fault.
You know, that guitar sound is so interesting.
It's so good.
Because it's detuned or out of tune.
Yeah, I don't know.
On purpose. Or it sounds like a sample that they loved and they just repeated it, put it on a loop.
I'm surprised you're still alive. No, you locked him,
That's the whole song. That's the ending.
Yeah.
So what should we do next?
Play another weird one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Thomas Dolby, guys.
Oh, this is so weird.
It's so weird.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Dude.
It's
so
different.
So this is an album. I'm going to play 2 songs by Thomas Dolby. This is an album that my dad loves, and we used to go up to the mountains all the time, and it was really fun. And I remember just listening to this one called Evil Twin Brother all the time up in the mountains, and we would listen to it. This one and the song, there's a song called Spice Train on this album, and we would listen to this driving up the mountain and driving down the mountain.
Well, Thomas Dolby is one of those artists I know all the song lyrics.
Yep.
And he came out in the 80s. He was sort of at the big wave of 80s pop, and his big song is Blinded Me with Science, which is, is one of the songs he happened to do that is not emblematic of his other stuff. His other stuff is just so interesting and inventive, and the chord structures and production. And he worked with an instrument called a Fairlight, which is a synthesizer. Before everything was sort of easy to do, he was back in the day of tape and synthesis, and he could program. And then he just didn't do it for 20 years. He made 3.5 albums, kind of. And then did a soundtrack for Howard the Duck, which was a massive, crushing failure of a movie. And his soundtrack didn't go anywhere as a result. And he just did other things. He invented stuff. He's an inventor. He's a teacher. And then he came out with an album 20 years later in 2011 that I love. And, and he's had not come out with another one since. He's teaching, doing other things, has a family. But I was so eager and so satisfied to have a new music by Thomas Dolby after 20 years, and it was just as good as I'd hoped.
I'm so glad. That's very cute, Dad. This song is called Evil Twin Brother. I thought this song was so cool. He does this thing at the beginning of the song, which I was always so confused how people would do it. But now me and Phineas know how to do it, and we actually did it the other day for a song, and it was kind of crazy because it was like a full circle moment that I used to listen to this song and be like, that's so cool, how'd they do that? And
isn't this New York City at 3 a.m.?
Oh, yeah.
And because this has
Regina
a siren.
Spektor is in this.
Yes, she's
Regina Spektor.
But speaking Russian.
Yeah.
But
God, it's
there's
so
a
cool.
Siren sound in here that's the realest sounding siren.
Yeah, every time we play this, we look around to look at where the siren is coming from.
Until...
What?
What is that? I never know the names of your songs.
What?
The one with the song, Listen Before I Go, with the siren at the end.
Oh, jeez.
Another siren that really sounds like a siren.
God, the ending of that song really
sounds like
is
when
so
you hear it,
sad.
you think, whoa, there's a siren. I got to go outside.
Ooh, every time I listen to that song, the ending, I just kind of get sick to my stomach because it's so upsetting.
Your song?
Yeah, the end of Listen.
It's very sad.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is Evil Twin Brother by Thomas Dolby. This was my song. So good. The verses are too good. There's so much Michael Jackson trying to be in here. Love it.
That's siren.
I made a horror movie to this song when I was 9. Right here, though.
They say that New York City never sleeps,
And his accent is too good.
but I think they're only talking about me. It's 3 a.m. and 95 degrees. Whoa, whoa. So I dressed and went out for a bite to eat. I found an open diner on 14th. Yelena brought me carrot cake and tea. Whoa, whoa.
Here we go. Russian.
Хочешь еще кофе?
Oh, so hot.
Я закончу в 4. Нет, мы открыты круглосуточно.
I wasn't there, that wasn't me.
Such an interesting song. And then this next one is Spice Train from the same album.
Wait a minute, you didn't get to the part. It's the best part.
What part?
Where there's the truck horn that only plays once.
Jesus Christ.
Дождь прекратился.
And I
Hear that?
That's all you wanted to hear.
Oh, it's so cool. It's just like, where did that come from?
Anyway, this next one is the Spice Train, and I love this one. Phineas would make fun of this one all day, every day, and he still does, but I love it so much. You can ride the Spice Train. It's so good. I love this
There's
one.
so many elements in here.
Listen to this crazy production. It's so hard. I love that. I cannot get enough of that. Jeez, God. So weird. I love is that. God, it's so good.
I was drifting for days where the sun don't shine.
Yes.
While the night is young, the market clock a little overtime. Out until dawn.
Those claps. How good are those claps? God.
I'll tether my blimp.
I'll tether my blimp, he said.
Wherever there's a party on. And if you
Roll with it. You can ride the spice train. When it goes down to it,
you could hold the world
in the palm of your hand.
one big bazaar. The earth is like a garage sale. I'm pitching my stall to cater to the infidels. Now I'm shifting my shape. I'm morphing into Spider-Man. I'll tether my blimp wherever there's a party on.
I'll tether my blimp wherever there's a party on. You can ride the spice train. Yes.
Goes down to it. You could hold the world
In the palm of your hand.
and the beat goes on. From Bahrain
God, I love that song.
He produced this. He now lives in Baltimore, where he teaches at Johns Hopkins. But he's a British citizen. I think he's an American citizen too. He's married to an American. But he produced this whole album, wrote it, and produced it in a boat on land, on his land in England near the ocean. But it was a beached boat, and inside it he built a studio. So he has all these elements, and most of those are not the stuff that sounds like synthesizers, but the things that sound like horns are actually horns, and the voices are voices. It's pretty cool.
Crazy. I love it. Oh, here we go. Here's a soundtrack. This is the theme from 6 Feet Under.
The TV show on HBO.
Years ago, and this is Dad's putting me onto this song.
Yeah, well, I
ago.
found the show, everybody, we had HBO at the time, and so it was on, and I watched it, and I loved it. And one of the best things, how you watch a show, if you binge watch or repeatedly watch a show, do you watch the opening credits? Well,
yeah.
on this one you do.
Dude, some shows have the most incredible opening credits. You cannot watch Narcos without watching the opening credits.
Every time.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Every time. The Office, pretty much every time I watch it, because it's adorable. Some days, okay, maybe I'll press skip intro, but pretty much every time I'll watch
The Sopranos.
it. Same with New Girl.
Yep.
Come on. Hey, girl. Where
So
you
6 Feet Under
going?
was great. It would, when that theme song would start with that image, oh my God, it was great. And so I put it on one of the CDs we
Who's
used to listen
that
to in the car,
girl?
because it's very interesting music.
It's good.
Thomas Newman.
It's so good. And the best part about the theme song is this one, sound. My mom was actually in an episode of 6 Feet Under.
She died right away.
She did. So I'll point out the best part. Dad showed me this part, and it's obviously the best part. Here we go. Wait for it. Not this. All right, right here. Wait for it. It's right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. It's not that. It's later.
Well, you could hear
Oh,
it.
here. It's right here. It's right here. Oh! Okay, let me go back. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Oh! How cool is that?
I think it's a cuica. I think it's a Brazilian instrument, which is a drum.
Oh, I woke the puppy up from doing that
drum.
sound.
There's a stick inside the drum which goes through the head. And you
What?
pull and push the stick inside the drum, and the drum creates the resonating chamber, and the stick goes.
It's so good. Listen. Oh my God, who thought of that? Oh, it's so good.
Thomas Newman.
Dude, Thomas Newman, man. Jeez.
He's American Beauty too.
I know. He's everything. Okay, double barrel, people.
Oh
Wait.
my God.
This is another one like Draw Your Brakes, where the beginning is just so amazing. And we have no idea what he's saying. We know what he's saying. I am the magnificent. That's the beginning. And then I don't know what the hell he's saying. And Dad really is raring to impersonate it. So go ahead, Dad. Do it.
I'm the magnificent, and beg for the shake of a stone, boss, moose, Turner, son of us all.
No, Turnerin.
Turnerin, son of us all. This was a hit on the
Listen
radio
to how accurate that is,
when
though.
I
Listen.
was in the 70s.
I'm the magnificent. I'm back with the shake of a soul, boss, moose, Turnerin, storming, sound of soul. I am W-O-O-O, and I'm still here again.
Yes.
Fantastic out of tune piano.
Work it on, baby. Much power. Hit me one time. Work it up, homie. Pressure on slide.
But there's no verse and pre-chorus and chorus. This
No,
is just
not at all.
A wacky thing. But this was actually a radio hit in the 70s. It's by Dave and Ansel Collins, and they were reggae artists. Again, you can hear the reggae
So
beat.
good. And we move on to my favorite song of this year.
Oh, God. Billy turned me on to this.
This is the coolest song on planet Earth, and I am not lying one bit. Let this song play.
We on a drive, looped in, to see ride, cooped in. Who gon' slide, who's in? Big rocks round, new 10. Fleetwood down, new 10. To see ride, cooped in. Don't leave around loose ends. Don't be around new friends. We just be mile high clubbing. I'm on 1,000 miles running. Hit it go downtown Sunday. Then move it uptown Mondays. By yourself, by yourself, by yourself, by yourself. If I give it to you, will you leave? Tell it to you, will you speak? Got it tatted on my sleeve. Fell in love overseas. Ass fatter than a peach. Ocean water kinda deep. Rolling up out the reef. Put me down straight to sleep. Passing like do it sell. Passing like do it sell. 40 days, 40 nights. Feel like a holy night.
The lesson's always there. The less is always more. And in the back and forth, I'm not keeping score. Lesson's always there. The less is always more. When you're alone with me, you never come up short. You never come up short. Never come up short. Never come up short. Watch the fan as it spins. In my arms wrapped in. don't know where you start and where I begin. Like I found myself an imaginary friend, and when we stay in, I'm missing everything.
We just be mile high clubbing. I'm on 1,000 miles running. Hit it go downtown Sunday. Then moving uptown Monday.
By yourself, by yourself, by yourself, by yourself, by yourself. High risk never seen, low key as it's been. Fell in love overseas, fell in love like it's easy. Put to sleep without dreams, under the moonbeam. Call you for no reason, hold on like it's greasy.
Lesson like do it sell, lesson like do it sell. 40 days, 40 nights, feel like a holy night.
The lesson's always there, the less is always more. And in the back and forth, I'm not keeping score. Lessons always there, the less is always more. When you're alone with me, you never come up short. You never come up short. Never come up short. Never come up short.
Me and Dad Radio with Billie Eilish on Apple Music.
James Blake, whom we have thrillingly gotten to know through the magic of music, the magic of Phineas and Billy being where they are. I got to meet him.
I love James. Oh my God. He's so funny. He's such a, just a guy. God, he's great. I love James Blake. And he's so good. He's so talented. We went to see his show, when was that? December?
Mm-hmm.
And he did a tour where he just only played piano and nothing else and sang.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was really breathtaking. I feel like there's almost, if any other artist had done that, I would have been bored out of my mind. And because it was James Blake, it was so perfect. God, his voice is just, oh my God, it was amazing.
And it was in a theater.
And he did a cover of my song and I cried the whole time.
You did When the Party's Over beautifully.
Oh God, I love James. And Travis just, God, he just puts a spell on you in that song. It's really such a good song. Ugh. So good. Let's pop over to the 1975. This is Dad's choice of the 1975. I've loved them for years.
She turned me on
to Phineas. They were the second concert I ever saw was the 1975. I've seen them multiple times in concert. I love Matty Healy. I got to meet him last year, which was amazing. God, I love them. And this song is just beautiful. And I feel like there's almost no other songs that are about what this song is about. So pay attention.
I got James home. That's infected. And I'm petrified of being alone. It's pathetic, I know. And I tossed and I turned in my bed. It's just like I lost my head. And if I believe, would that make it stop? If I told you I need you, is that what you want? And I'm broken and bleeding and begging for help. And I'm asking you, Jesus, show yourself. I thought I met you once or twice, but that was just because it was so nice and opening up my mind. showing me consciousness. It's primary in the universe, and I had a revelation. I'll be your child if you insist. I mean a bit was you that made my body. You probably shouldn't have made me atheist. I'm a lesbian kiss. I'm an evangelist.
And if you don't wanna go to hell unless you better start selling this. Yeah.
And if I believe,
God, this song is so pretty.
will I make it stop? If I told you I need it, is that what you want? And I'm broken and bleeding, I'm begging for help, and I'm asking you, Jesus, show yourself. If I'm lost, then how can I find myself? If I'm lost, then how can I find myself? If I'm lost, then how can I find myself? If I'm lost, then how can I find myself?
You're on Apple Music. This is Me and Dad Radio.
So beautiful.
One of the wonderful things about that song is that lilting, what I would think of as 12/8 time signature, and I don't know what they wrote it in, and people could quibble with this, but the four groups of three, kind of per measure, the dun da dee dee yum dum da da. It's kind of got a four feeling, but it's all in triplets, and you know that's kind of a blues tradition, and it has this marvelous relaxing sound, and then the gospel choir that comes in. So many
pretty.
elements there, magical.
Such a magical song. Always gives me shivers, that song. Let's pick the energy up and play Jessie Reyez, because we love Jessie Reyez, and this is my girl, and this is my song. This song is so good. Another one that I wish I wrote. This song is so cool. The chorus just hits so hard, and I'm so jealous of it, and it's so cool, and the lyrics are just too good. Oh my God, I love this song, dude. Listen to these lyrics. Listen to the production. Everything about this song is cool.
Listen to her voice.
God, her voice is crazy. God, I just want to scream this song all day, every day for the rest of my life. Listen.
The goodbyes are getting old. Next time you can go ahead and go. I'm tired of begging you to love me. Arguments and fighting. Goodness gracious, you're amazing. According to you, I'm a lucky lady. So why'd you lie to me? Why you cry to sleep? Goodness gracious, I'm replaceable. You say that I'm too crazy. I guess you were right. I guess you were right. My straight jacket's masquerade. My straight jacket's masquerade. I'm crazy just like Galileo. can't hear you. I'm tired of begging you to love me. You're expecting me to say, loco, please, please stay. I'm tired of begging you to love me. Arguments, of course you Goodness gracious, you're amazing. According to you, I'm a lucky lady. So why do I cry to sleep? Why did you lie to me? Goodness gracious, I'm replaceable. You say that I'm too crazy. I guess you were right. I guess you were right. My straight jacket's custom-made. My straight jacket's custom-made. I'm crazy just like Galileo. My straight jacket's custom-made. For a second I forgot I was a bad. Begging you to stay became a habit. I'm tired of begging you to love me. I know I can be better, needed practice. I know I can be better, but the fact is, I'm tired of begging you to love me. Goodness gracious, let's just break up. I tried everything to say, but so why do I cry to sleep every time you try to leave? Goodness gracious, this relationship is full of so much hatred. I guess you were right. I guess you were right.
Like, there's no better chorus than that chorus.
Amazing.
Wow, dude.
I got introduced to her when you played All Things Go, the festival in D.C. that Maggie Rogers organized. It was all
That's
women.
when?
Yeah.
That was like 4 years after I found her.
I'd heard her name and everything, but that was when I was witness to her live show and got her, you know.
Yeah,
and
her
then we
live
were lucky enough to
performances.
have her open for you in this last truncated tour.
And then we did 3 shows, and then it got canceled.
She had a whole little rock band with her, and, you know, her hair is like another character.
Her hair is amazing.
Her hair is like an entity unto itself. It's just a wonderful, the whole show is fantastic.
Well, I found her when I was 15, of course, when Figures came out. And I didn't find Shutter Island, which is the one I just played, for like a while afterwards. Even though it was on the same album, and then I found it, and then I listened to the whole album, and it was just so good. Oh, she's so good. And she has another song called Phone Calls. It's amazing. And then she actually put out an album like 2 weeks ago called When Love Came to Kill Us. Yeah, I haven't even listened to it. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Yes, go listen to Jessie Reyes' new album, Before Love Came to Kill Us. It's incredible. Anyway, love you, Jessie. We got 3 more songs. 4 more songs. So this is, go for it, Dad. Introduce Owl Song.
It's just another oddity that I found. You know, it's unexpected orchestration, unexpected production, and mysterious, you know, again, full of mystery and evocative. And Billy thinks it's scary. It never had occurred to me that it's scary.
It's very spooky. I could never listen to this song alone at night. I would never be able to.
It didn't strike me that way. I just loved its kind of
immersive
quality.
Dude, this song is incredibly spooky. When Dad showed me this song, I had just found an album called Lissum by an artist called Lissum. And it's like probably one of the most beautiful albums I've ever found in my life. And every time I think of Owl Song, I think of Lissum. So this is Owl Song. There's this noise that comes in that's so scary. Wait for it. It's right here. Wait for it. Oh. Oh, it's so scary. I'm scared.
Well, it doesn't scare me because it sounds like sounds from nature.
I'm scared.
You know, it's some kind of
You can't tell me that doesn't sound like the background of a scene in The Shining.
No, it sounds like a swamp and a forest, and it's wonderfully evocative.
I know it is,
mysterious.
but it's spooky.
I love that at the beginning.
Oh, it's so scary, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's so spooky.
I love that. It's like a foot pump pipe organ, or a pump organ. It sounds like, or a hurdy-gurdy or something.
Dude, it's so scary.
It's great. It's tuneful.
Anyway, I love music like that. God, so much to uncover. This one, oh my God. So this is like kind of the last story, I guess I'll tell pretty much. No, it's not. I grew up with really, really, really bad separation anxiety. And it was so bad to the point I couldn't be in a different room than my mom if it wasn't in our house. And it was a horrible thing, and I would not wish that on anyone. And it's funny, it literally just disappeared when I turned like 12. I don't know why. It just completely went away. I still don't really like to be alone, but it's not like the way that I would just get so anxious if anybody left the room.
And Phineas had terrible separation anxiety, and having kids reminded me that I had terrible anxiety
as a child. From Dad.
And as far as I can tell, not to make excuses for my parenting, but as far as I can tell, it's just there. It's genetic. It's a thing. I don't think we did anything to cause it.
You absolutely did not do anything.
Yeah.
So when I was like 6 or something, 6, because it was 2008, when there was the inauguration for Obama. Gosh, what an amazing time. My mom and my brother went to DC to go to the inauguration. And I stayed at home with Dad. And I loved my dad. I've always loved my dad. But I still had separation anxiety. And so me and Dad found things to do all week that kept us busy and kept us just having fun so that we didn't think about them not being with us. Because I'd never been away from my mom and my brother for that long. And this album by The Good, the Bad, and the Queen, I don't know why it came about, but suddenly we were listening to this. Me and Dad in the car would listen to this album and these 3 songs on it, which was History Song and, 80s Life. And there was one more, I think, and I don't remember really which one. But History Song and 80s Life really sound like me being 6 and being anxious because my mom was out of town, but also having a lot of fun with my dad. It's interesting. It feels really sentimental, this song. And we listened to this song like all day, every day. And it was really nice. And so this is History Song.
Because I used to work as a handyman, and I was working at an office in downtown LA. There was an organization down there, or an office, called Waxploitation, which is my favorite name. It was a record label run by a guy named Jeff Anteby. And when I went down there to work for them, he just handed me, on my way out the door after my day of work, a stack of CDs. The stack of CDs was all these artists that they had on their roster. And It was Beck Odelay, I remember, and Gnarls Barkley, both of their albums, and The Good, the Bad, and the Queen. I never heard of them, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I came home and I listened to it all, and I loved this especially because it was so British. You can hear it in his voice. I mean, you can hear his accent, and then
It's so good.
he has that construct. If you don't know it now, then you will do. And I remember lots of energy and time was spent trying to explain to Billy what in the world that meant.
I still have no idea what he's saying.
Well, it's a
what it means.
Britishism. It's a construct. If you don't know it now, then you will, is the way we would say it.
All right, 2 more songs, and both of them I showed my dad. So, second to last one is a song that my friend group when I was from when I was 10 to when I was 15. This was our song. This is a song by Aren't You Pa, and it's called I'm an Albatross. And this song, whenever I was with the homies back then, we would just, every time we were together, which was a lot, every day pretty much, we'd play this song and we'd dance around and we'd sing along to it. This is I'm an Albatross. It is crazy and you just want to dance. Let's go.
Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, soyez prêts pour Aaron Chupa et Albatraoz. C'est parti.
Let me tell you all a story
about a mouse named Lori. Yeah, Lori was a mouse in a big brown house. She called herself the with a money flow. But who's that little mouse? 'Cause I'm an albatross. Woo! I'm an albatross, so what? I'm an albatross. Yeah, Lori.
So this gets into the time when Billy commandeered the aux cord, and we heard what she wanted to hear in the car. And she'd play this, and I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah, you know, an albatross. And we've never really come to know what it really means, right?
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell an albatross is.
This doesn't seem to be an albatross.
I mean, maybe it is, and
Yeah,
it's just
maybe it
spelled
is.
differently. Anyway,
I love that.
God, we used to listen to that song all the time. All right, last song, guys. This is a classic, and if you don't know it, you're missing out, and I'm about to change your life. I'm about to play Marina and the Diamonds, Prima Donna. Girl!
But she has this amazing, wonderful voice that when she played it, I was like, who is that? What is that?
I found this song because of a makeup tutorial, but it wasn't for makeup, it was for a Halloween costume. And the song she used was Prima Donna by Marina and the Diamonds. And I had the same reaction. I was like, this is such a weird song. Her voice sounds so interesting. And I looked it up, and it was, of course, then I was like, oh my God, this is my favorite artist ever. And she was my favorite artist for years and years and years. And all her albums, I know every lyric to this entire album and to her next 3 albums or whatever. All of her albums from then, I know all of them. They're so good. She's amazing. She and Lana Del Rey and Nicki Minaj are the reason that the inspiration that I've gotten over the years of just, I love and adore and have gotten so inspired by them and the way that they do different voices and they change it up. And Marina is just a god at that. And Lana and Nicki, everybody knows Nicki Minaj is queen of doing different voices and killing it. And it's the same with Marina and Lana. And this song is one of those where she's got a character, and she also is an inspiration for why me and Phineas writing characters. I remember watching an interview with her where she said that she likes to write as a character that she comes up with or knows, and that's why we do it. Same with Lana. So this is Prima Donna, and this is the ending of our show. I love you guys so much. This has been Me and Dad, episode 2, and we will see you for episode 3. I love you guys. Thank you, Apple. Love you. We'll see you.
prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. A prima donna girl, would you do anything for me? Buy a big diamond ring for me? Would you get down on your knees for me? Pop that pretty question right now, baby. Beauty queen on a silver screen, living life like I'm in a dream. I know I've got a big ego, I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. From sad to the core, 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 yeah. And the day is a chore, chore, chore. When you give, I want more, more, more. I wanna be adored, 'cause I'm a prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. A prima donna girl, fill the void up with celluloid. Take a picture, I'm with the boys. Get what I want, 'cause I asked for it, not because I'm really that deserving of it. Living life like I'm in for play, in the limelight I want to stay. I know I've got a big ego, I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. Going up, going down, down, down. Anything for the crown, crown, crown. When the lights dip down, 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 I spin around. 'Cause I'm a prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that